Welcome to BikeSocial. I'm here with John McGuinness, MBE. Mate, you've got a lot of motorbikes in your collection. You've ridden a lot of motorbikes over the years, and this is sort of a mixture of both, isn't it? It's a rather special machine. Do you want to tell us about your history with this, not this particular bike, but your history with the bike that this replicates?
Sort of going back a year before this, 2001, I rode in the Castrol colours with Kirk McCarthy. We came here actually, Donington Park, and I could have won the championship.
That's
and
British Supersport, wasn't
British
it?
Supersport, yeah, on the Castrol bikes. Great year, great times. It was the last time the TT wasn't on, so with foot and mouth disease. So you know, we did the British job, going really well. Could have been the championship was between me and Carl Harris at the last round, and my bike blew up going down Crater curves and that. But I just thought I did enough to warrant being in the team for the year after, and the team went from doing the British to World Supersport. So I got my World Championship sort of dream aspirations. Everyone wants to be a world champion, don't they? And I went into World Supersport in 2002, which is sort of probably a little bit forgotten part of my racing career, if you like, because everything's TT orientated and everything's. But I wasn't a bad short circuit rider, would you believe? So this basically is a replica of it. It did actually belong to Simon Andrews, God rest him. Sad really, we're just talking about Carl there who's gone, Kirk McCarthy's gone, and Simon's gone. It belonged to a chap, boring story, bear with me.
None of your stories are boring.
A bloke called Ian Holt, who actually lives in the village next to us, bit of a bike collection. Mm-hmm. He's supported quite a few riders over the years. He supported Bruce Anstey when he first come to the UK, a few enduro riders. He sort of manages Billy Bolt, the world enduro, super enduro champion. And he had this bike in the corner, and I just thought, well, try and have a deal for it, so bit of a cash deal with him, and we got it home, and through the lockdown period, me and Ewan stripped it, my son, give us something to do over the lockdown period, and turned it back into an identical replica of what I raced in 2002. Not the greatest year, I tell you, it was a tough year, you know, all my dreams have been there, and I went to Croft to do a little bit of filming with BBC, and I crashed a 954 Fireblade, broke my collarbone before the start of the season, so I was on my back foot straight away. Then I went to Kyalami in South Africa. I got pneumonia, sort of took it with me, and then spent 5 days in hospital in Kyalami, so that was a bum deal. And then breakdowns and new circuits to learn, like you imagine going to Monza and trying to learn the circuit in 40 minutes against a top flight, at the time, World Supersport was epic, you know, the depth of field was unbelievable. There was factory Suzuki's, Ducatis, Yamahas, Whittam was in there winning races. There was, you know, I was there or thereabouts, but I was just always just outside of the points and sort of bashing my head against the wall. Couldn't really get to grips with it. Trying to learn circuits, old Assen, you know, before they turned, they used to go straight through. Yeah. So I was trying to learn Assen, trying to learn Monza, trying to learn all these circuits, and you know, I scored a few points here, there, and everywhere. Scored a couple of points my best result was at Oschersleben, would you believe it? 14th at Oschersleben. I scored points in the British one at Silverstone. It was torrential rain, but yeah, it was.
That wasn't a full factory effort, was it? Your bike? It wasn't didn't have all the premium stuff on it, right?
Not really. I mean, the best Hondas at the time were the 10 Carter Hondas. They seemed to have it covered, but we were just behind a little bit. And my teammate Carl Muggeridge as well. He was a bit of a diva. You know, he used to come in the garage and they'd be like, just throw the helmet, and it'd be like another Suomi helmet written off in the corner of the garage, and I was like, whoa, you know. So it was hard, you know. Everybody was trying, everybody was pulling, and we just didn't get anywhere with it, you know. So
competitive year, wasn't it?
There was tough year.
Yeah.
You know, if you go down the list, Whittams, Casolis, Chambons, Toy Shirts, there's German Yamaha team, there was McPherson, factory Kawasaki team, Ellison was in there, Fabian Foray, just went on and on and on, and like, you know, I remember being like 1.8 off pole at Monza, and I was last. You know,
the entire grid was covered by less than 2 seconds.
It was ridiculous, and I tried, and it took me a while to get over that pneumonia. But it was, you know, I got off the bike at Monza, jumped in my camper, and drove from Monza to the Northwest 200. So got off the bike Sunday night, and we were practicing for the Northwest on the Tuesday afternoon. You know, so it was just like. I was getting dragged from pillar to post, and went to the TT, and I was dicing for the lead with Jim Moody, and it broke down at the end of the Cronkavody straight, and a real big frightening moment there. And
it's fast down there.
Yeah, and my confidence was shattered. You know, it took took me a while to get over it, really.
So was the inspiration behind buying this bike was to convert it into this, or you just saw the bike and you thought the opportunity was nice and it kind of all worked out together?
I saw it at my mate's place, and it's got the right suspension. It's got the really early K-Tech suspension, which in 2001 this was all new technology for. So it's got all the right bits on it. It's all the Honda kit parts on it, with the oil cooler, the radiator, the kit ACG generator, the gearbox, all the covers, the subframe, where the battery mounts. Everything was all kit how we had it. But you know, it had ProMac footrest hangers on it, and which weren't period or the right things to have at the time. And I picked the phone up to Clive Paget and I said, I said, it's got ProMac footrest hangers. I need a set of HRP ones. I said, I'll never get a pair of them. I said, you know, where are we going to find a pair of them? And Clive just sort of said, leave it with me. And 2 days later, a pair of these HRP footrest hangers. I mean, they are just a work of art at the time. They're full solid billet. And when I raced it, I had a black anodized main plate and then silver back plate. So everything. It was epic. It was meant to be. And this brand new Aero exhaust that I located in a box, which was, they're like, you know, rocking us, but knew of those, because it had a Micron on it. So, you know, me and Ewan, and we rubbed the clutch cover down, painted the ACG cover. I prepped all the bodywork, rubbed it all down, primed it all, and a good mate of mine painted it and lacquered it all. And just to get all the right stickers on the fairing, all the sponsors, you know, like it's to get all those there, to get them all right. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I like it all absolutely as it was, and that's how it was. You know, it's got the kit discs on, the kit oil cooler, the kit radiator, like I said. So
you got a brand new tyre on the front.
Yeah. Well, the guy who got the bike off, he had a tyre shop in Bentham, place up near us, and for some reason he's hung over a lot of these tyres, and I'm just rooting through, and there is a brand new period 2002 front Pirelli tyre. So
a new old tyre?
It's a brand new old tyre. I don't suppose it's probably a good idea to ride on it, but it's good to ride. It's good to go. You know, just put some decent rubber in it, and it'd be a good bike to ride. I reckon it'd be an ace bike to ride. You know, if you wanted a track day bike, they were lovely to ride. They were nice and stable. They were quite a big physical bike. They did everything that you ever wanted to do. I mean, I think I got around the Isle of Man on it at 120, 121 something at the time. Yeah, 120.
Hang about then.
Yeah, over 120, 21s, yeah. Like I say, I was 5 seconds behind Jim Moody. Jim Moody was on V&M bike, just hanging in there, and then she went pop at the end of the conquer body. I was like, ugh. Oh. So just everything was against us that year, but it made me grow up a bit. It made me learn. I learned a lot, you know. It gave me a bit of a false reading of the World Championship. You know, there wasn't much fun in the paddock. You know, 2001 year with Kurt McCarthy and Moody and all the boys, we used to stay over after the races. We'd all be in a motorhome, a few beers, and David Jeffries would be involved, Glenn Richards. It was just epic. And I went to World and it was a bit serious, and you know, there was not many Brits. Neil Hodgson was there, but he was a bad-tempered little prick really when he was racing. James Tolson, you know, everybody was in the little bits, and the only place where I had fun in the World Supersport paddock was the sidecars were still going, you know, being World Championship status in the World rounds, and you just go there and have a glass of red wine with them. But yeah, I've got 60 odd bikes in my bike collection. It's nice to have this one. It's got, like I say, it's got, you know, with it being Simon's, with it being a red Piranha bike, it's nice to have it. You know, it's a replica of part of my racing journey in 02, you know. So are
you going to keep it as a museum piece, or are you going to ride it, do you think?
Well, if it were dry today, it would be out in it, but yeah. I don't want to get it dirty yet, but you know, we'll bring it out, we'll give a ride on it. I mean, look at the classic TT now. This thing might...
Yeah, you'll be eligible soon.
At some stage, you'll be eligible for the classic TT, and if you were going to do that, is an ideal bike for it. They're really, really nice to ride on the roads.
Well, thank you for introducing it to us, and hopefully we'll get a go one day.
Pleasure. You're welcome to have a go on it.
Cheers,
John. Not a bad rider, is Michael.
Can you hear me loud and clear? 10-4.
Just brakes a bit hard.
Happy chappies.